Something lurks in the darkness. An unseen terror stalks our streets. We call them Jaws, a chillingly apt name. They are the nightmares we whisper about, the shadows that send shivers down our spines. They are the embodiment of our primal fears made flesh and bone. We tell tales of their ruthlessness, their insatiable hunger for human flesh. We warn our children of their presence, urging them to stay quiet, to stay hidden, but sometimes even silence isn't enough. Imagine a figure cloaked in darkness, a grotesque parody of a human being. Dressed in formal attire, a suit and tie, a dress, they blend into our world, hiding in plain sight. Their faces are a horrifying spectacle, a canvas of terror. No eyes to betray their gaze, no nose to scent their prey. Just a gaping maw filled with rows of razor-sharp teeth, hungry for their next meal. Their skin is deathly pale, stretched taut over their bones. They move with an unsettling grace, their footsteps silent and swift. They are monsters disguised as men, predators lurking in the shadows. Jaws possess a strength that defies human comprehension. They can tear through flesh and bone with ease, reducing their victims to nothing more than gruesome trophies. Their hearing is acute, their ears attuned to the slightest sound. A whisper, a rustle of leaves, a heartbeat, all betray our presence to these relentless hunters. They are drawn to our fear, our vulnerability. They stalk us in the night, their presence heralded by an eerie silence that hangs heavy in the air. They are the apex predators of our concrete jungle, and we are their prey. Section 4. The price of silence. But these monsters are not invincible. Despite their terrifying appearance and formidable strength, they have their own set of weaknesses. They have weaknesses, vulnerabilities that we can exploit. These weak points are often hidden, but can be revealed with careful observation. Loud noises, for instance, are their bane. The creatures are highly sensitive to sound, and loud noises can cause them immense distress. The sound of a gunshot, a sudden sharp noise, an explosion, a siren, these can disorient them, throw them into a state of frenzy. In such a state, they become unpredictable and easier to manage. And for all their strength, their physical prowess, they are not impervious to our weapons. A well-placed bullet, a swift blade, these can bring them down, though it takes a great deal of force to put them down permanently. Their resilience is remarkable, but not unbreakable. Their hunger, too, can be their undoing. These creatures have an insatiable appetite, and if they go without feeding for too long, they become weak, desperate. In their desperation, they turn on each other, their savagery consuming them from within. This internal conflict can be just as deadly as any external threat, making them vulnerable to our strategies. Section 5. Their hunger knows no bounds. The hunger that drives the Jaws is insatiable, a relentless force that knows no mercy. They feast on large mammals, their powerful jaws crushing bones and tearing flesh with terrifying ease. But it is the taste of human flesh that truly sets them into a frenzy, a madness that consumes them entirely. They crave it. They lust after it, their hunger an unquenchable fire that burns within them. In the aftermath of their attacks, we are left to pick up the pieces, to mourn the loss of our loved ones. The carnage they leave behind is a testament to their brutality, a chilling reminder of the darkness that lurks beneath the surface of our world, waiting to strike. We live in constant fear of their next attack, wondering when and where they will strike again, knowing that we are never truly safe. Our lives have become a desperate struggle for survival as we fortify our homes and set traps, hoping to deter these monstrous creatures. Families huddle together, clinging to each other for comfort, praying for a day when the nightmare will end. Section 6. A world held hostage. The world has become a very different place since the arrival of the Jaws. These monstrous beings have turned our once bustling cities into ghost towns where fear reigns supreme. We live in a state of perpetual fear, our lives forever altered by their presence. Every day is a struggle for survival, a constant battle to stay hidden and safe. We have learned to be vigilant, to be wary of every shadow, every creak in the night. The slightest noise could mean the difference between life and death. We have learned to value silence, to move with stealth, to blend into the background. Our very existence depends on our ability to remain unseen and unheard. But even in the face of such terror, we cling to hope. Hope is our lifeline, the one thing that keeps us going despite the overwhelming odds. We hope for a day when we will be free from their reign of terror, when we can once again walk the streets without fear. A day when the jaws are nothing but a distant memory. Until then, we remain vigilant. We remain silent. We remain their prey. But we also remain resilient, determined to survive and reclaim our world.